Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I am Daniel.
I am Summer.
And today we are back with Peaky Blinders Season 4, Episode 5, the penultimate episode of the season.
My favorite one.
So, I don't know this. So like the main antagonist of the season being Luca. It's like...
and the second antagonist being Polly.
Yeah. It's kind of like a I wouldn't be surprised if he's like a 2-season foe.
Yeah,
because like he's so intimidating, right? And he's such a good actor, but he's like Tommy hasn't really been able to quite outsmart him.
Right. He's always been, we talked about that last time, he's always been able to be a step ahead.
Right. And it's because he comes from kind of like, obviously the mafia, the American mafia is like what Tommy is working his way towards in a way, but they're already there. Like they're way ahead. They've been that for a while. So he's kind of far ahead. So he's kind of shown that I'm kind of, but we've seen Tommy, like anytime it looks like he's completely beaten, he will come up with some crazy plan. Yeah.
Or that there's been something going on behind the scenes that we are not aware of.
That we didn't know. Yeah. No, or not even his own family is aware of. Like nobody's aware of. So
that's kind of what we were alluding to last time. Like, is this something that
whole thing with
Paul and Tommy are kind of in it together? Are they trying to lure Luca? And so we're, as viewers, it makes it seem like Paul is trying to just get rid of Tommy so that she can be on her way with Michael and they can get out of the whole thing. That's like the simple view.
You know what?
But it seems too simple.
Another angle of it is she's doing it genuinely, but he knows that she's doing about it, and he's letting her think that.
I feel like he does know about it because of the way he looked at Michael. He felt something needed to be said. So like when Michael's like, "Hey, are you doing whatever this weekend?"
But even before
and
that,
he's like, "Stay safe" or "Be careful," or he said something, and he had that look like, you had a chance to tell me and you're not going to tell me. But I don't know.
And I think, I don't know when the connection started making happening, but if you think about it, whenever Luca went to see Michael and didn't shoot him, that was kind of a red flag to
Tommy as well.
Tommy's like
he would have just killed you. Yeah. Like what there's, and so he
knew
can make those
something,
connections.
A deal was happening.
Something's happening.
So he's too smart to not see that coming. So we have seen him like blinded by love, like whenever his son, like with the son, stuff like that. Like he's just like, I'll do whatever you want, whatever. But in this case, I think he's a step
ahead. I hope.
I know.
Because I mean, it's not looking well. We ended the last episode with him driving away by himself, followed by like 6 men.
Well, including Luca, which is in a way, if he knows that they're following him, that's like a good thing. He has Adorama Gold. Someone set up.
That's what I'm saying. You know it's like a setup. So, well, we saw Adorama Gold last time too.
Right.
Setting up that whole.
That was one moment where he was, I guess Tommy was slightly a step ahead because Luca didn't expect that.
Wasn't expecting it.
Because he started getting like suspicious there.
All right.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and hop in because
there's a lot of scenarios here.
There's a lot of theories, a lot of ways it could go, and maybe they're all wrong. But I'm excited to see where it goes. Before we do, guys, please consider subscribing to our channel. Full interactions over on our Patreon, so it's early access to future episodes. You want to check those out. Otherwise, let's hop in to episode 5.
But I'm also thinking like it's.
We're not done. Go ahead.
I just had to have one last thought. You're right. I don't see this season ending with Luca being killed.
Right, doesn't it?
It feels too much. He's too big. Like it's too much.
Yeah, it's like
too easy. Like I don't know.
Like Inspector Campbell. But a lot can happen in 2 episodes.
Remember when he came back and we were like, ugh.
I know. But you never know.
I can't remember where he was going. Oh, here it comes.
What? Yeah, Polly wanted him to go somewhere. I forgot where.
And then they're like following him the whole way.
That has to be extremely obvious. The guy driving the car.
Look at him with the behind him with those automatic guns. Jeez.
Even the guy driving is like the most Italian.
See, this is too easy too. It's like there's Tommy with 4 guys. Like he doesn't stand a chance.
I'm waiting for him to look in the rearview mirror though.
To know, to let us know that he knows.
I'll fire the final shot.
Oh.
That's a cool shot. Listen, look. Yep. See?
See?
He knows. He knows.
That was just to let us know that he knows.
Yeah. Yeah, see? Oh my God.
I was waiting like, is he missing everybody or what?
Well, see, that's the thing.
Oh, Paulie. I bet you he's talking about Paul. Lied to me.
I don't know if Paul did, though, honestly.
It's just that Tommy knew.
Right. That's my theory, at least. Better hurry up.
Ah!
Oh!
Come inside. Come inside. Come inside. Listen to me. Stay inside. Knock him out.
Stay into. Oh.
How did he get into her house to put the gun up there?
I have no clue.
Are they expecting him?
Right, stay inside. Stay down.
Do they? Dang. They're just taking all his.
Everyone stay indoors. Stay down. Fire the Peaky Blinders.
Okay, he's giving his. But he's still like in the community, I guess.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my, this kid. He said to stay indoors.
Which way?
Oh.
Which way did he go?
Oh.
Oh.
Sure.
Maybe that was a setup by Tommy too.
Maybe Tommy gave him more money.
Right.
Oh, that's why he yelled at him first to make sure it was someone.
Luca, amunin. No. Che dovranno lasciare strada.
Right.
Yeah.
Immagino. Ci avevamo vogno. Obblighiamo.
I mean,
See, even his team is like, we're like dropping.
There was like 6 of them. Now they're down to 3.
Get his gun. Oh.
Okay.
Oh. He is way too out in the open. Jeez. Oh, and he's behind a bunch of boxes. Help. And all he has is a handgun. Oh my God. Or whatever you call that gun.
Yeah.
I know you all the cops in this dirty town, but you're gonna be dead before they get here. Come on, me and you, Tommy.
He's getting a little bit more careless here, you know? We haven't seen him be this careless.
What are they gonna do?
Like a old Western.
Jeez. Yeah, but Tommy's by himself. He still has his guys.
That's true.
There's like 2 left.
Oh,
Cops came. Oh.
But no, but this looks like.
You remember how at the beginning they said.
But he has the hats. He has art. Is that Scotland Yard?
4 days. 3 bodies. We're cleaning up.
Oh, just right there in front of everybody.
Enough. Tell the people who live in these houses that they are free to go about their lawful business. Tell them that the rule of law has been restored.
He's over it. He's tired of it.
Haven't you heard, Sommy? Hey, soldiers are coming.
Dang, he just walks off.
So that was his last. I guess he's done. That's his last little like.
Yeah. See, the cops are no longer on his side.
What the happened today, Tom? We all heard shooting in Artillery Square.
Yeah, there was. Today I killed 3 men.
Just after Christmas, I received a letter
Oh.
from Luca Changretta.
Oh.
Spare my son if I gave up Tommy.
So she didn't even tell Michael the truth?
And I gave Tommy up.
Because that was the plan that Polly and I agreed on. I knew that Luca would want to pull the trigger himself. So I used the setup as bait to bring him in.
Pretty soon, you're gonna get the shakes when your blood goes down. Let's go get a drink.
Dad, you got 3 what?
Aww.
I got 3 shillings for a 2-shilling horse. My boy, you come with us, eh?
He's growing up, little boy. I wonder if she's still mad at him.
Want a drink, Lizzie? I've had a hard day.
I don't drink whiskey or gin anymore, Tom.
Oh, remember her being pregnant?
Oh, is that a real? Is that?
I'm keeping it.
Probably the same woman that Michael used.
An office.
I'll find somebody.
You better put a 100 in the paper then.
I'm not laid up yet.
I'll not go to work with a child of mine inside here. Now my handshakes. I've got 3.
I know, Tom.
One of them point blank.
A baby. Little you and me.
Take care of his mind off of it.
You'll get an allowance every week from the company.
Yeah, you see how everything just switched to.
She was hoping this would turn into like love, connection.
Come on, I'll drive you home.
But he's not ready to, like, he'll give her the time, the money, all that because it's his baby and everything. But he's not going to give her what he gave Grace, and I think that's what she wants.
She wants love. She wants connection.
Linda.
Arthur scared me to death.
Linda. I
He's
am
like,
drunk again.
He's very drunk.
He has that powder all over.
Save me. Tell me what she said to me this morning. Say it, tell me.
We'll be back in our garden before
Oh,
the time comes to plant anything out.
yeah, he wants to be back in their house, living that life. Oh, he's just like the guard on the outside.
No way.
Oh,
Never eaten hedgehog, Michael.
I'm getting back in this car.
I guess he's out of the hospital though.
You're number 2 on Luca Changreta's hit list.
Yeah, and I'll stay in a hotel.
You stay in a hotel. I'll know where you are. So will the people who take you there. So will the people who work in the hotel. And hotels don't move around. They don't even know where they'll be tomorrow. They follow the patron and the crows.
And if anyone should come for you, Michael, the Palmers and the Boswells will put up a fair fight.
Take your medicine. Take the gun. I won't be able to contact you.
So then, at what point did he find out that it was all part of the plan with everyone else?
I don't know.
Or did she tell him beforehand?
Can you?
No, that looks real.
Kelly, I believe it's you who's kept Tommy Shelby alive all these years.
Oh, we've kept each other alive. But I didn't just put my head through that window. I climbed through it. When you put your head out of that window, you can do anything you want. Because there are no rules.
Actually living on borrowed time. Like she was talking to Tommy about after the war, you know?
And you are a strong, handsome man. And this is a beautiful place in the world. And it is.
She's not going to stab him, is she?
No, right?
That would be too off. But, I mean, I don't know. Okay. Okay. That's the most stressful.
I was just. I'm like, she's acting weird.
Oh.
Let me make one thing clear, Mr. Gold. I just gave Michael a little speech about how no one would know where to find him. If any harm comes to Michael,
Oh. Maybe that's what.
have me as your enemy.
Oh, I understand.
That you're crazy.
Tutsurinkanimula.
Oh.
Labri.
Oh, I thought
He's not. Well, he's not scared. I don't think you can scare him off like she did the painter guy.
No. He's like, what?
He's like, hell.
Right. He's used to that life, I guess.
You remember how she said she wanted to find a man? Well, I mean, I don't know.
This is probably just like a one-time thing type of deal.
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, is this
I was about to say, is this
Alfie.
Solomons? Did they get him? Did they capture him? Who's this, Luca?
It is. Have we seen them meet?
What is he doing?
He must know that they work together.
Solomons.
He must be praying.
Yeah.
Or so.
My little cousin was born blind. The chairman of the board recommends that those of us who are blessed with the gift of sight, that we spend, at least half an hour of our day with our eyes closed, so that we may better understand the darkness. What time is it?
Some weird game he's playing. I think.
29 minutes past 8.
Right. Well, then I have another minute to go, actually, but you can begin. Go on.
With his eyes closed.
He's like kind of downplaying. He's like, this is how serious I take this meeting.
Oh, yeah, I know who you are. You're a bit of a failure, aren't you? You come all the way over here to this country in order to kill Tommy Shelby, but, I mean, well, he's not dead, is he? So, no. How much time have I got left, mate?
Oh my God.
10 seconds.
Right, hello. How can I help you?
A proposition for you.
Yes, right. I already know what you want.
There's gonna be a little fight, box match between your boy and
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I don't need you to kill anybody. I have people that I trust, okay? So you're gonna take my boys and you're gonna bring them to the ring in seconds.
Well, in order to qualify as my seconds, right, they would first have to qualify as being Jewish, yeah? And in order to do that, they would have to replace their natural Italian arrogance with a Jewish air of absolute certainty.
Okay. Any other requests? Huh?
So we're up to like
200 barrels.
200 barrels, like 1,500 pounds.
He's gonna up it.
Well,
So we have a deal.
you just made a deal without a negotiation, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. It's not a real deal.
Yeah, Tommy Shelby was right about you, wasn't he? Yeah, hugging them.
Right.
Well, Solomons is not scared of anybody, it seems like. I think he's too crazy in the head. Like, I don't.
He's crazy, but he's pretty smart.
Right.
He's very street smart. What is she wearing? Was she not even like?
I don't know. They took her clothes off, I guess.
She was armed when we picked her up, sir, so we strip searched her.
That'll be all.
Yes, sir.
So we stripped
I apologize, Miss Shelby. The territorials can be overzealous,
Your men watched.
and they will be reprimanded.
They won't see Saturday.
I'll turn my back while you dress, and perhaps we can talk. I have a dossier on each member of your family. I know your family's extraordinary history.
You.
I also have a totally blank page on which together we can write your family's immediate future.
You rehearsed your speech. Significant indicator of a lack of confidence.
3 days ago, you were seen at a meeting for the Stetchford Communist Party. You were then seen talking to a woman called Jessie Eden.
Turn around. So you've arrested me because I had a drink with Jessie Eden.
Whiskey with ice for you, and...
Dang, they're watching close.
I met Jessie Eden to settle an industrial dispute.
Head of acquisitions. So you've swapped sides.
If you know what to drink, you know what to do for a living.
A woman with her foot in both camps.
Mm.
Potentially very useful.
Useful to who?
Maybe you should ask your brother Thomas.
Does this mean that Tommy set this whole thing up too?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. But Tommy has used her, obviously, in the past.
Yeah, he uses her all the time.
Right.
Talk to me about Colonel Ben Younger.
What about him?
He's just made me a proposition.
Ben Younger was an officer in the Warwickshire Yeomanry in Flanders.
Oh, did they go back to the war?
The only cavalry man who could ride a nose.
I was strip searched.
I hope he didn't know that.
2 soldiers watched.
Sorry. The arrest was so the neighbours would see and word would go around.
Dang, so he wasn't on it. but then he probably didn't expect that to happen.
And how is Tommy Shelby, OBE, going to stop a revolution?
Jesse Egan has accepted my invitation to dinner.
Oh, of course, I'm sorry. Tommy Shelby is going to stop the revolution with his...
If I get Jesse Egan's trust, she gives me the names of the instigators.
Man, how's he gonna do that though?
Tommy, sweetheart. Why would a man whose medals rust at the bottom of the Saltley Canal want to help the British military?
Because I've been offered 3 5-year contracts to supply military vehicles to the British forces in India, Ceylon, Singapore and Burma.
Whoa.
Total value, £2 million.
Tommy, this can only happen if you're still alive.
Planning on staying alive. British Army came to me. Ada.
I was gonna say, at least it's more like, it seems more legal and more legit, helping the British Army.
Charlie, Curly, this is Jesse Eden. Jesse, this is my Uncle Charlie and my...
Oh man, I was hoping.
Right, well, since I invited you for dinner, I thought I'd cook. These 2 beauties were shot this morning by a poacher friend of mine.
Mr. Shelby, I came to talk business.
Right.
Yes. So did I.
Is he gonna try to woo her still? Like,
I don't know. This doesn't seem...
Wage cuts withdrawn. Parity between men and women guaranteed. You can instruct your members to return to work tomorrow.
oh, that's how he's maybe gonna end the revolution, to give her what she wants.
Pretty much.
And all I have to do in return is tell you everything I know about socialism. That's what your sister said.
I'm approaching the current political crisis as I would approach a horse race. When I study a horse race, I study form. So I invited you here for dinner. Because you know people. People that want to make this fight real, with guns and ammunition. So before I place a bet on who's going to win,
it's like I need to know
how strong they are.
what they're playing
how
with.
serious they are.
Your concern is that if the unthinkable happened,
You'll be on the
you
wrong
would
side.
find yourself on the wrong side of the barricades.
Yeah.
Here comes Curly.
It's all wound up, Tom.
Perfect timing.
There are some popular records, mostly romantic.
Thank you, Curly.
Oh, you know who? I'll tell you after who he reminds me of. And I just like clicked.
Just came to you.
Remember the movie of Mice and Men?
I don't know if I watched it.
When I showed you that photo of Greta Drossi, your face changed.
She wanted everything to be different. The whole world.
As do I.
Right. So she sees there's like a parallel with her.
Just more music.
You were married, but she was killed.
Barbara Blackbird reminds you of your sweetheart, eh?
Yes.
Right, fast or slow?
Slow.
Did she say you were married but she was killed?
Right. You are married, but she was killed. Something like that. Like he's a married man, but he's a widowed man.
Will you help us, Tommy?
Will you help us?
He's making it seem like he wants to help her. Oh wow! I didn't.
It's like she came here with an agenda. She's trying to play the agenda. He's trying to play the agenda.
Right. But
they're on opposite sides.
Well, she wants the revolution, but at the same time, like you can't deny like there's just some common ground between them, and obviously they've had a few drinks and stuff.
No weapons! No admission against any weapon!
We didn't get the final
exactly
with Solomon and Luca, but I mean, he said you're going to kill us all anyway. You're gonna do it anyway.
There we go, boy. Bring out that. That's all I got. Go on.
Is he gonna do it?
Already out.
Fair enough.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
Mr. Shelby will give you a 20% cut if you put Goliath down in the 4th round.
Been caged up too long.
Versus the
And like a knockout or something.
in the first round.
If the women are gonna have fun,
I don't know. What if he like something crazy happens and he dies? You know?
I don't know.
Because the other guy's huge, right?
Huge, very. Well, now, like,
oh, wow.
We don't know if the Italians are there because they're dressed to fit in, you know?
True, yeah.
Solomons.
Oh, okay, they're Solomon. Oh, but were they gonna meet? Maybe they're gonna meet like in the hall. He's gonna tell him. You know?
But I mean, that face that Tommy made, is that a face he made because he saw him?
That almost looked like that, right? Like a fear, like oh, so he
something's wrong.
Which then he went back there and Solomon's back there.
But Solomon's is gonna be there because he's bringing the guy that's
right,
fighting.
Of course. But he was there. It looked like he was there. The way they edited it, it looked like he was also in the hallway where Tommy was. What would stop? If Solomon truly believes that the Italians are just going to kill him, they're just going to agree to any deal. What would stop Solomon from telling Tommy, giving Tommy the heads up?
I think that's what it's about. Tommy's going to have the heads up.
If he truly doesn't believe that they're going to actually hold their end of the deal.
Maybe it's like the look was Solomon's is here and Solomon let him know they're here too. Like, let's just assume that Solomons and Tommy have already talked prior to this moment, and he already gave him a heads up to ask what's going to go down.
Yeah. Maybe. Because
Because I think the way they ended that conversation, Solomons and Luca was like, Tommy was right about you. Your plan is just to kill us all. And he said it in a language that he didn't understand.
Yiddish, they said.
Yiddish.
So, you know, it could be... Solomon is also one that will just, as we learned last season, he'll kind of try to play both sides.
Yeah.
So then it's like, he's like, okay, maybe they might pay. So I'll go ahead and let them in. But I'm going to, my backup plan, is like telling.
It's like how he justifies it. But
Tommy.
I'm also going to tell Tommy about it.
I'm also
so
going to
that
tell Tommy.
He has a fair chance of fighting.
If Tommy wins, I win because I was Tommy. If Tommy ends up dying, the Italians feel like I delivered our promise. Maybe they'll pay me. Maybe they'll try to kill him.
Ugh.
I don't really know.
Dang it.
I can't. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't know. I feel nervous for this box.
This whole boxing match, like especially if they all show up, it reminds me a little bit of like the first couple episodes of season 1. They're like in a public place, or whenever like Captain Campbell. Oh, he got Arthur out of the movie theater and took him in the hallway and like, kind of beat him to death, and like you couldn't really hear. I'm like people like imagine the roar of the crowd and there's a lot
of stuff going on.
So there's stuff happening
us out.
Stuff happening in the hallways and you can't hear it because of the roar. That's kind of how.
I really hope what's not going to happen is Solomon rounds the corner followed by Luca in the hallway with Tommy.
Oh, that would be like really on the nose at that point. But yeah, that would be like, okay, he betrayed me. Yeah.
I don't know.
But at the end of the day, like Tommy does know that he got 3 of their men, so he knows they're going to retaliate at some point. So he's just constantly planning. But
he's constantly like looking over his shoulder. I mean, you would think that
he has to know that, right?
They're there in the city.
Something's going to happen, and he has to know, okay, this fight's happening. I'm kind of more or less a sitting duck here. I'm out in the open, maybe. But then at the same time,
but the thing is he purposely. He knows something's going on. He purposely didn't sit next to Arthur. It showed the empty seat. Like, he's not there. He never sat down.
Seat, yeah.
Like, he never sat down. So it's like he was waiting for something. There's something been planned.
Yeah. Similar to how with him and Polly. But at the same time, like, he's doing all this, but he's also trying to plan a whole thing with the British Army all of a sudden. Like, how much time do you have in a day? Like, do you not sleep?
It's like there's constantly people needing him for something.
It's hard to tell whether or not, like, we know he's not being truly genuine, we believe, with Jesse Eden, but it's hard to believe if she was genuine. The fact that she said soon and stopped him makes me think, like, she had her wits about it. Like, she's aware of the situation. But maybe a part of her wants to believe.
She's like, will you help us? He didn't answer. And then his next words were, get me in the same room, get me a meeting with those important people.
Yeah. And
Which he kind of already, at the beginning of the night, he had already explained what he wants. He wants to know who's fighting on that side. He wants to know their power, what they...
Before he can choose which side to be on.
Maybe.
I guess. But but you know, as they were talking, you know, and I think he probably knew that, like, we have enough in common, and he has a way with words, obviously. Yeah. And they sit and talk, and like they talk about their upbringings and similar upbringings, and they both. She had a man she loved that went to war. He went to war. It both changed them. But then he was like, I once believed, you know, like maybe she's thinking a previous version of Tommy was aligned with
me. Yeah.
And then she said, you know, I saw the part that stuck out whenever she's like, whenever I showed that picture of Greta, your face changed. In a way, she is like someone else's Greta, right?
Yeah.
And so then it's like she placed herself in that.
It's like this old Tommy, you're still in there. You and I we want the same thing. That's what she's trying to get across. Like, we want the same thing.
But and then her asking if he's married, but it could also be her playing a similar game.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like she's savvy enough to be playing along in the same level as he is.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Like, I know what you want. I know that. But then Tommy might be like, I know that you know that I want. So it's like,
I know.
You know, it's like.
Yeah. Very good episode. I mean, of course, it's gonna leave us hanging till the last episode.
What she doesn't know is that he wants that information to then give it
to the British
Army. That part she
doesn't know that he's working with the British Army.
Right. So that's the one thing.
As far as we know, but she does have. I mean, she looked up like almost like his governmental profile.
She even said
you're not their friend; they're just using you.
They're just using you. Yeah.
So. I don't know. We don't know how much she knows.
He keeps trying to
He doesn't know how much she knows, probably.
He keeps trying to break through and like be on the other side on like as far as class. Obviously, he's made money and he's all this stuff, but like
But you'll never be accepted.
Like when you see him in May, you kind of you notice the divide. It's just other side of the coin.
Yeah, I remember that conversation they had too. That was good. Him and May in previous episode.
Yep. Well, one more episode to go. There's gonna be a big fight, probably. Figuratively, literally, in all senses. There's a boxing fight. You have Luca.
Boxing fight.
When I say boxing fight,
I think so.
You have Luca popping in at some point. I don't know. Maybe before this episode, I said that he probably can go into the next season, but this one kind of moved pretty quick. They were all the way up to the point where they were in an alley with a gun. Like it was.
Yeah.
This was pretty close.
They had a chance.
That was the first time we saw him.
Both of them had a chance to end the other.
The first time we saw him being a little sloppy.
Yeah.
Luca, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like falling for.
Or I don't know if it was sloppy. I think it was just like going back to that conversation they had. Like, I can find you at any point. I can get into any circle you're in. Like, you're not hard to find, Tommy. Like, and that's when they made the agreement. No civilians, just me and you, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, here I am honoring these terms.
But him being in that truck,
and I think he was
huddled,
thinking, I'm going to be able to kill him. Luca thought was like, easy.
Them pulling into a public spot and like a shootout. Like, every time before this, he just would show up to the hospital and be in a room with the hospital, or show up to his make it onto his business meeting. But this one,
Tommy looked like he was ahead.
On this one, right?
A step ahead.
Because he was able to get to Tommy
even
initially.
Though he was by himself, which is
remember
crazy.
in their meeting room when he had a meeting with him. And
that's
what
I'm talking about. That meeting they had.
So
that's where they talked about the terms of how this was going to play out.
So I'm saying those ways of him getting to Tommy seemed like a more of a Luca way, whereas this other way was. Like going through Polly and then doing a shootout in the courtyard. It felt a little messy.
Yeah.
Anyway, even though he was outnumbered, but Tommy knew the streets, like he said. Anyway, good episode. One more to go. Grand finale next week.
Wow.
Yep. So that's all we got for today. Be on the lookout for that one. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. The full length reactions to this, as well as our other shows and movies, are over on our Patreon, link down below, and future access to future episodes. So I'll check those out. But that's it. We'll be back next week with the final episode of season 4.
Wow, it's going fast.
Two more seasons after that. That's why. Yep.
Only 2 more seasons?
I think so. I think so.
Wow.
2/3 of the way there. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Peace.